Okay, so like I said, I want to see who's got these, these individual things. So apparently, because I'm telling you, if you hadn't said it in the comments, I wouldn't have found this. Why would I know? Right? Because apparently Suga has an alter ego. August, it's not August, it's AGU, so it's Agust D. I would have never found that if somebody hadn't mentioned it in the comments. Why? Like, why would I know that? So Suga has an alter ego like Eminem is Slim Shady. I get that, okay? I'm like, well, I'll be darned. So I pull up Agust D. First one comes up. A boatload of views. Must be good. Couldn't pronounce it. So I had to look it up. Daechwita. Look it up. Well, you know me. I can't be running around looking all crazy. So what is that? Is that a meaning? Like what does that word mean? Like, why would you call it that? Apparently Daechwita is a chant that you do when royalty is in your presence. You do this chant, and the chant or the process or the acknowledgement is Daechwita. Daechwita. Okay. Let's see what Suga or Agust D is all about. Oh, that's beautiful. I ain't even started the video and I'm looking at the set. That is beautiful. As usual, everything these guys do is just impeccable. So, I didn't even see him sitting there. I was so busy looking at the set. He looks 10 years younger in this shot. Is that a scar on his face? And I would so wear that hat. But you can't just wear anything in certain cultures. You can't just start grabbing stuff and, putting stuff on, because some things mean certain things. And they may be, it may be culturally inappropriate to do. It may not even be called a hat. I don't know. But I would love to know, because normally I'm a hat person. It's hard to do with my locks, but yeah, I would so rock that. Anyway, oh, he looks so cute. Damn, did I miss something? Whoa, okay. I was all nice and peaceful in a whole nother place. Are those the guys behind me? But it makes perfect sense though. If you're going to have a different persona to have a different crew, because these aren't them. I mean, they might come in later, but these aren't BTS guys right here. And it's, makes sense. These guys, they acting a fool back there. I'm not used to seeing him like this. I knew he had it in him, but I'm not used to seeing him like this. So I'm trying to get into it, and I'm trying to see what's going on, and keep up with the story, because Suga, I think one of the things that I see in him, or I like about him, is that he's an intellect, and I can't see him writing a verse. I can't see him working on a project without pure intention. Like, he's the kind of person that would turn down a project because it doesn't reflect every part of his perspective. And so he probably writes most of his own stuff anyway, because of that. So it's like, I already know that there's going to be a story. Those people? Yeah, that's a foot. It did say that the people were, they're bowing down during the process. So he's he's your majesty. So I guess this is what it looks like. Pathetic fucks putting on a talent show. I saw, born a slave, but now a king. That's the way I live. Shove the past into a rice chest. Calling me a pup. Putting on a talent show. We know exceptions, I watch you fall. So he's taking us from his humble beginnings to now being your majesty. So so he started out, in the marketplace, and he looked really young. To being your majesty, and then, so I guess this is just shooting back and forth to you know, how his rise to royalty. Yeah. He didn't. I know he didn't say pimp yo, but it sounds like he said pimp yo. Who's the king? Who's the boss? 다 알잖아 내 이름 이만 상식이들 당장 놈의 목을 쳐. Got no game. Yeah, I told you so. He talking about somebody. I told you so. You know better than that. That's what, you know. Watch yourself. Watch out. You're finished. You're what is it? Off with your heads. Are they waiting to be decapitated? What the hell is... Yeah. Wait a minute. He can see him? I thought this was I thought he was an illusion, or I thought he... Okay. I told you, dude is deep. I don't know how I'm going to get through this one, because how is it that he can see him if you're telling me your story? Okay. All right. Okay. Oh shit. He went Marshall Mathers on. Marshall. I need, where's my phone? I got the call. Marshall. Did you hear that boy ride that beat like that? Hold on. You gonna switch flows on me 3, 4, 5 times and think I'm not gonna care. I know my hip hop. He looks so dangerous. Girl, he looks so dangerous. But he messing with my head though. Who is he talking about? He talking big shit. Play it loud. Okay, digitize is to play it loud. This country's too small to hold me in. My time is worth more than that. Revenue's going up. I'm making my money. Every day Bang PD keeps dancing on. Bang PD, isn't that the guy, the manager from the company? That's your excuse for popping pills, cry me a river. You just got no skills. Who he talking about? I got everything I wanted. Yeah, what's next? Here comes my reality check. Okay. I don't know who he talking about, but I just want to go back because then now I can get in on the flow change, and because he rocking it. I need, look, it's a hip hop thing.
원하는 건 모두 갖췄지 이제는 물도 가져야만 만족이 될지 내가 원했던 건 없다면 돈 다면 걸걸이다면 도대체 뭐지 그래 뭐 지는 현타비가 없는 현상 위험보다 난 이제 강하게 맘보다가 이대로 touch하고 I'm a king I'm a boss 새겨놓아 내 이름 이만 산 세계도 약한 룸에 줘 I'm a king I'm a boss 다 알잖아 내 이름 이만 산 세계도 약한 룸에 먹여줘
Oh my goodness. What the hell? Oh, he's good. Oh, he's good. Oh, he's good. Hey, they're not supposed to be doing that. I thought they're not supposed to be up and bowing for him. Because you notice in the beginning of the video, they were all bent down because Your Majesty was standing on one of them's back. But now that he's here, they're actually standing up. But he did say, I'm about to spit in your face. That's probably why he had that little smirk on his face. So they can see each other. This is not, so are they like twins? Like, I don't, okay. Now I'm really confused. But okay, so they can see each other. He's okay. Oh. What? I don't get it. Because I thought it was, he was showing how he was born in a ditch, born a slave in a ditch, and came up to royalty and became Your Majesty, became royalty. But then he could see himself. I don't get that. I wonder. Music video explained. Okay, BTS's Suga is currently taking a break from promotional activities to focus on his recovery from shoulder surgery. Oh, it says soldier. Okay. Okay, to begin with, Daechwita is a Korean word to refer to the traditional march played music at the time of the king's arrival. Okay. I read that to look it up. It's also played to announce important guests. The music video starts with King Avatar of Agust D with the scar running across his eye. It looks fresh, hasn't completely healed over. Okay. The other protagonist of the video is Agust D as himself, also with the scar running across his face, completely healed over. Why'd they say this? Oh, not healed over complete. Okay, I didn't notice. This is relevant in order to show a natural progression and further reinforce that these two characters are simply versions of the same person in and out of time. Okay. Okay. In Korean tradition, a man or woman with a scar is barred from coveting the throne even if it rightfully belongs to them. Damn, really? As such, the fact that the king has an evident scar on his face proves that he's probably had to fight off all royalty to retain his position. It's likely that he wasn't born royal either and had to fight his way up to the top. Having struggled so much, the king is wary of outsiders, taking the role of a tyrant so that nobody even dares to threaten his place. Taking the easy way out, he executes whoever, whatever, complains. Yeah, because he was chopping off a lot of heads. Signified by the kneeling figures in black and disembodied victims of the king. Yeah, he was doing a lot. At the same time, Agust D, backed by his crew of 6. Okay. So, yeah, his crew of 6. 6 other men and a woman. Oh, see, I didn't notice that either. Quietly making the moves to stage a coup. He's loved by the people. He has connections everywhere. That's probably why he said, I'm gonna spit in your face. And he had that, yeah, because he knew he was going to do something. The 6 men in his crew represent the rest of the members of BTS. And the woman represents ARMY. Likely after long periods of careful planning, the two finally meet face to face when Agust D drives up into the king's palace. Okay. Fun fact about the scene, the scroll drawing of Bang PD has its origins in the sketch made by Jungkook. I think that's how I found this is how my whole BTS journey started. Something, an article, a video, something came up, but it was like a joke. And the joke was, it's funny because of all the names that I have trouble remembering. The joke was Jungkook made a statement about getting royalties or something. And I wanted to see the artwork. And that's why I clicked on it. But anyway, the king is unimpressed and has him captured. Agust D is equally unbothered and banging his head to his own beat. He reiterates the word Daechwita, announcing the arrival of the king. The figures in black kneeling down either have now raised their heads, joining hands with Agust D. I said that. They wasn't supposed to have been doing that unless they were acknowledging him as the king. I said, girl, I'm all over this. Kind of shaky, but I got most of it. I got something out of there. The king engages in an elaborate sword dance in preparation for the execution. At the end, the king believes that Agust believes that he's dead, but before he can turn his back, the executioner believes that he dead. All that sword swinging, and you thought you killed him? You wasn't very good. You should have just got a pistol like he did. Shit. He was evidently part of Agust D's people. The executioner was evidently part of Agust D's people all along. Fakes his execution and frees him, handing him a gun instead. The very last scene finds Agust D getting up, pointing his gun at the king, and shooting him dead. Wow. Agust D of the past, with wounds fresh from the humiliation, malicious comments of haters, and lack of support, is defensive and reacts violently in opposition. For Agust D of the present, those scars have faded away, leaving behind a more mature persona. Daechwita's music video single-handedly chalks the progression from Suga's first mixtape, so he has another one, to his latest, from being a young rapper to a professional Grammy-nominated artist. In order to reach his place, Suga has had to reject parts of himself that focused entirely on the negatives. He's had to fight his shadow, represented by the king, Agust D, and only when he could overpower his shadow, his true self could prevail. That was so good. That was so good. I know he's deep. He's a deep thinker, and I'm not discounting anybody else's work or interpretation or anything like that. But it's a creative process. It's a creative thing. So, it's just all subjective. But what a story, though. What a story. What a story. He is a genius.